Hello everyone and welcome back to Azure Cloud today. Today we would be looking at APN setup in Microsoft Intune. Before your organization can manage a single iPhone, iPad or Mac with Microsoft Intune, there is exactly one certificate you absolutely must have in place. And without that certificate, nothing in the iOS series would work. Now, together, I'll walk you through the entire APNs certificate setup from start to finish, and by the end of this video, your Microsoft Intune tenant will be fully ready to enroll Apple devices. So, what is APNs? APNs stands for Apple Push Notification Service. And in Intune, it plays one very specific role, which is to trust. This trust certificate gives Microsoft permission to send management commands to these Apple devices, which are enrolled in Microsoft Intune. There are three things involved here. First is trust certificate, which is also called a digital handshake between Microsoft Intune and Apple servers. Second is that it's issued by Apple. Third is that it is required for every single Apple device that you wish to manage, which includes iPhone, iPad, or Mac. Without this certificate in place, Intune literally cannot communicate with an iOS device. The trust triangle. Here's how the trust model actually works. And this is important because it explains why every MDM product, whether it's Intune, Jamf, or anything else, this all goes through this exact same process. Step 1 is Intune generates what's called a certificate signing request or CSR. Think of that as Intune saying, "Hello Apple, I am Microsoft Intune, acting on behalf of Azure Cloud today, and I'd like permission to manage Apple devices." Step 2 is Apple reviews that request and signs it with their own cryptographic signature. That signed file is the APNS certificate itself. Step 3. Intune uses that signed certificate to authenticate with Apple push notification servers. So every time Microsoft pushes any settings to an enrolled iPhone, this setting travels through Apple's push infrastructure, arrives at the device, and then enforces or applies it onto that device. So Apple is the main player here. Hence, we need their certificate before anything else works. Before we touch anything, here's what you need. First is that you require a global administrator role. Second is an active Intune subscription is needed. Currently, we have Intune Plan 1 license assigned to our user to make this work. Third is an Apple ID. I would recommend you to have a company ID over here in place and not a personal one if you're doing it for a corporate environment. If you're doing it for your personal project or for your personal learning, then that's fine. Go ahead and use a personal Apple ID in such a case. The last is a supported browser, which can either be Chrome, Edge, or Safari. Okay, now we are back at Microsoft Intune Admin Center. To generate a certificate, let's go to Devices over here. Then we must expand by platform. Then let's go to iOS iPad. Then let's go to enrollment inside device onboarding. Then if you see, all of these options are grayed out for us right now. So let's do the Apple MDM Push Certificate. If we click on it, it's not set up over here. As you can see, the status is question mark. Okay, if you want, you can go ahead and read this and click on I agree. Then let's download your CSR. Okay, it is downloaded. The next step would be to create an MDM Push certificate. For that, you require an Apple ID. So for that, click on create your MDM Push certificate. So we are here. I have already created an Apple ID. If you have not created an Apple ID, I would recommend you to go ahead and click over here and create your Apple account. Okay, now I have entered my username and password. I would click on sign in over here right now. Let's click that. Now I'll enter the code that is sent to my device. We are logged in now. Let's now click on create a certificate. You can go ahead and read the terms of use if you like. I've already read that, so I will click on I have read and agreed to these terms and conditions. Click on accept. As you can see, it's written vendor signed certificate signing requests. Over here, to create a new push certificate, we have to provide the certificate that we downloaded it from over here. It's in my download folder, so I'll just click on choose file. I have selected my CSR that was generated from Microsoft Intune. I will click on upload over here right now. Okay, now we can see that it is confirmed. We have successfully created a new push certificate with the following information. The service is mobile device management, vendor is Microsoft Corporation, and do note that this is that expiry, April 21, 2027. So let's go and hit download over here. We can also go to manage certificates. The manage certificate will let us know if the expiration date, if the status is active or not. Do note, revoking or allowing this certificate to expire, like this certificate to expire, will require existing devices to be re-enrolled with a new push certificate. So it is very important for us to renew the certificate before the expiry date. Apple does give us 30 more days. So after April 21st, they will give us a grace period of an extra 30 days to go ahead and renew this certificate. All you have to do is click on renew over here and you're all set. If you fail to do this step, then you will have to re-enroll the device with a new push certificate. That is the reason I told you that in a corporate environment, you must always create an Apple ID with your corporate account and not your personal one. Because if a person leaves the organization and it's a personal Gmail account, maybe, then you would not be able to get a hold of that user or would like to renew a certificate which is actually owned by somebody else. So now over here, we have already downloaded that certificate. Let's go back to Microsoft Intune Admin Center. Now, if you see, we have accepted this. We have downloaded the CSR and have uploaded in Apple. We have downloaded the PEM file, which Apple provided to us. Now, let's enter the same Apple ID used to create our Apple MDM Push certificate. After that, let's go to the fifth step, which is browse to your Apple MDM Push certificate to upload. Let's upload that certificate. Okay, now we have uploaded our MDM Microsoft Corporation certificate.pem that we generated from Apple. Let's click on upload over here. As you can see, we see a notification over here at the top right stating your MDM Push certificate was successfully created. Okay, let's close all of this now. As you can now see, all these options are now available to us. That's all actually on how to create your own Apple MDM Push certificate. Now, if you're following along, I would request you to take 60 seconds right now to save this Apple ID somewhere secure. I use a password manager with an entry titled specifically for this certificate, and I include the expiration date in the notes. This step sounds boring, but it has saved more than one IT department from a full blown disaster. Regarding this, there are some Apple ID best practices that one can follow. First, make it a company email address. Like, I could have created something like APNs at azurecloudtoday.com or something owned by the organization. Second is to try using a shared mailbox or distribution list so that multiple people can receive renewal notifications in case of expiry. Third is again to store the credentials in a password manager accessible by the whole admin team. And fourth is very important as it has costed organizations hundreds of hours of rework, which is to never use a personal Apple ID. Now, why do I say this? It's because when the person leaves the company, the certificate effectively leaves with them. So, after you complete your 365 days, which is the actual validity given to you, plus a 30-day grace period, then after that, if the employee has already left the organization and you are using his personal Gmail account, maybe, then how are you going to get a hold of them? That's the reason I have written over here never use personal Apple ID. Now, if it is not for an organization, but you're using it just for learning or for your personal project, then please go ahead and use your personal Apple ID in such a case. So today we created APNs certificate together, and now our Intune tenant is ready for iOS enrollment. Thank you so much everyone for watching. If you got any value from this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, then please comment below and I will get back to you at my earliest. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.